Hey guys, how you guys doing today? Today I am gonna go over how to make support and resistance lines um, going in a vertical fashion and also alerts. Okay, so this is the SPX. This is a current chart. Um, Today is Sunday, July 29th, 2018. So we have this uptrend right here. Here, let me zoom out. Let me focus on here. All right. So this is the daily chart, and we see we have an uptrend, sideways, and then sort of an uptrend here forming as well. Oh, this is an uptrend. Okay. So what we want to do is this right here is just chop, and then this is the uptrend starting to go. Okay. So we want to zoom in on this portion of it, and we want to take our low wick. They want that to travel up and touch every point that's bouncing, just like a regular support. Okay, so then we see here this has been support, support. Okay, and then we want to go about here, and we want to see that resistance. Okay, so that has been resistance. Okay, and you could do this on the daily, or you could go, I like to do it on the 4 hour. Which the 4 hour be right around there. Okay, so let's go back to the daily. And see they kind of come off a little bit, but whatever time frame you're choosing, just make sure you're trading that time frame, right? So I like to go down a little bit to the 4 hour because it's going to be a little more accurate than the daily chart because 4 hour shows after hours and the daily doesn't. Okay. So we see the lower trend line is support and the upper trend line is resistance. Right? So we have resistance here, we have resistance here, we have resistance here, and we have resistance here. Okay. And we have support here, we have support here, we have support here, support here. Okay. Now that we have our trend lines, our channel, right? This is called the channel because it's a big trend line inside of smaller trends, right? So this is the channel where other trends are forming, whether this is an uptrend, this is a downtrend, uptrend, sideways, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, and then potentially either sideways or downtrend. Okay. Now, what what can we use this for, right? Well, we could use it for knowing where support is and where resistance is, obviously. Okay, and but when we're trading, say we're trading the 1 hour chart, essentially, how are we going to know? Let me zoom out. Okay, that's as far as it goes, zooms out. Okay. So how are we going to know these points, right, before even getting there, especially if the market moves in a big way like it did when it hit this trend line? Going back to the 4 hour. When it hit this, it made two huge days, right? Back to back. Boom, boom. Uh, Gapped up also, right? So, how do we prepare ourselves without really looking at this every single day? Right? What we do is we put an alert. And if you're using Thinkorswim, which is what I use, then that's easy to do. And this is exactly what I did for this trend line. And this is where I had my alert. So you double click on the chart, you go down to create alert, okay? And you create the alert. Okay, my stock is SPX. Okay, it's a stock. Okay, my mark is, let's see, where am I gonna be? Okay, I want it to be 284, 284.3. That's where I want my alert to trigger, because I want to know before I hit the trend line. So my mark is going to be, so symbol SPX, stock price marked as at or above. You don't want at or below. You want at or above. Okay, at or above. And I'm going to put 28.43. Okay. Note is reaching top of channel resistance. Okay. Now I could notify me with sound, email, mobile options. I could show the options I want, and then I could show the alert right when I create it, but I'm not. So I'm going to create that, and now I have an alert here. Okay. So when the price hits this, I'm going to get alerted, hey, you're top of channel, be cautious. You might get some downside soon. Okay. And that's exactly what happened. So this is a very useful tool. Now that works both on the downside, right? So depending on how the price action is, whether it's choppy or it's just straight to the downside, I want to know, depending on where we're at, I want to be notified in kind of this area, uh, approaching bottom of channel support. Okay, at or below. So at or below. Okay, so on the top it was at or above. When it's going below, when it's going down, you want it at or below. Okay, you create that, and now you have your mark set at this area. So if this comes down and then it hits, you're going to be notified, hey, watch for this bounce that's going to possibly happen, right? Watch for that bounce. Or if it comes down really quick, then you could just set another alert a little lower, depending on how fast, on how much volume, what's going on. See, as these ones were just kind of like chopping and then boom, 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 fell far, right? These ones never really even made it to this side. So you want to have your alerts a little higher than the trend line. Um, this one I had towards here because we were already pretty much up here when I was setting it. Okay, but that one worked out for me perfectly. Saved me a lot of money, and essentially it can save you a lot of money and make you a lot of money, and make you and save you a lot of money on the downside as well. Because if you're going short and you're getting near this, chances are it's going to bounce. And if you hit that and it bounces hard, well, if you're short, that's going to hurt you. Same thing here. If you're long and it dies, it's going to hurt you real bad. Okay. This gave up, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 whole trading days given up in one 4-hour candle. Okay. Now, if you would have your alerts, you would have either cashed out your profits and been safe, or been able to watch for the price action to go bearish and then jump on puts and ride that down. Same thing on this side. You have your alerts. If you get triggered, you either close out or start to close out your puts, or you wait and watch the price action to go bullish, and then you can ride that back up. Okay. So going back to the daily chart, we're going to have our marks, and if you wanted to move this anyway, you could move it manually. Okay. And then it'll ask you do you want to replace it? Okay. I'm going to be like, no, don't. So, all right. So any questions, guys, let me know. I hope this video helps. I had a few ask about it, and here it is. So we got support and resistance lines as trend lines, creating a channel, and then we have an alert system that's going to notify us where the tops are and where the bottoms are. Thanks, guys.